Now, welcome to another tutorial of Proflan. In this video, we're going to discuss about permutations. If you are given n permutation r, what does that really mean? If you're given this expression, it will mean that n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. So, which means that if you have 4 permutation 3, essentially this means 4 factorial divided by 4 minus 3, and then you have that factorial there. So if you have to simplify this part that we have here, it will mean that it will be 4 factorial over 1 factorial. And what does 1 factorial mean? 1 factorial is the same as 1, so this is going to be 4 times 4. Sorry, this is going to be times 3 times 2 times 1, and 1 factorial. 1 factorial equals to 1, and 0 factorial also is also usually equals to 1. So those are the basics that you really ought to remember here. And of course, this is going to be 24 as the final answer in that case. So when you are talking about permutation, let's see questions where you can be asked to work out permutation. So let's have permutations. Permutation is different ways you can arrange items, and this case order does not matter. Order does not matter. For a scenario whereby you have like A, B, C, D, which different ways can you form a 2-letter words? So number of ways you can arrange the 4 letters to form a 2-letter word. Even though they don't, the word does not make any sense, any meaning. You can have AB, you can have BA. Order does not matter, meaning AB is a different item with BA. We can have CD, you can have DC, and so on. You can have many different options. You can be able to arrange this. So instead of doing all this, you come and check how many items you have here. How many items that you have that you can possibly arrange. There are 4 of them. And how many times the item that you want to have has how many letters? You are going to have 2-letter word. So this is going to be P permutation 2. I have 4 letters that I need to arrange so that I have 2-letter words from there. So that is going to be equals to 4 factorial divided by 4 minus 2 factorial, and that is going to translate to what? This is going to translate to 4 times 3 times 2 factorial. Of course, 4 minus 2 is going to be 2 factorial. Then now at this particular point, we have the rights of cancelling this and that. So we are going to have 12 different options in this particular case. Now, moving further to another way a question can be asked, we have a scenario whereby you are told a 6-digit number is to be formed. 6-digit number. 6-digit number is to be formed. So this digit, 6-digit number is to be formed from the following numbers. We have 1, 3, 5. We have 6. We have here 8, and then 9. How many numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Each digit may be used only once. Find how many different numbers can be formed. How many numbers can be formed? How many numbers can be formed if A, no restriction, no restrictions, no restriction. If there is no restriction, it means there is no condition attached. So whenever you don't have any restriction, in that case, you are going to say this is going to be what? This is going, how many options do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 options. And the number of digits I'm going to arrange is a 6 digits. So 6 combination, 6 permutation 6. So make sure you don't forget that you can easily make a mistake. Instead of saying combination, you find yourself, instead of saying permutation, you find yourself saying combination. It's quite confusing sometimes. But when we are talking about arrangements, we are using permutations. When we are talking about selections or choosing, we are talking about what we call combinations. So in this case here, we are having how many numbers? Without any restriction, we have 6 permutation 6. So this is 6 factorial divided by 6 minus 6 factorial. This is going to be 6 factorial over 0 factorial. And basically this one is going to translate to 6 factorial over 1. So if you work out this, your answer should be close to something like 720. 720 should be 720 without restriction. Now let's look at a case whereby you have restriction. For instance, you have a restriction that goes like this. A restriction where you are told part B, let me see if this is enough. Part B, the number is ends. How many numbers can be formed if the number must be even, the number must be even. So something that you need to ask yourself, what is the condition for a number to be even? Just write in the comment section. What is the condition for the number to be even? The number has to be even if it ends with 6, if it ends with 8, because we are having 2 even numbers. So here, the last digit must be 6, or that last digit must be 8. So the remaining options will be how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me just reduce the size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have, because it's a 6-digit number we are talking about, we are having, because the last digit will be an even number. For the number form to be even, the last digit must either finish with 6 or must finish with what? 8. So we are going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 options remaining. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 options remaining. So which means that this remaining option here, the first case, you have 5 spaces to be filled. and they are going to be filled from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 options or numbers that can be able to take these spaces and permutation 5, which you can arrange them in 5 different ways. And also here, if the last digit ends with 8, then 8 is not part of the selection that you are going to pick from. So it means because 8 has already been taken. So meaning you have 5 numbers remaining except 8, which can be able to be arranged in this space that has been left here. So we are going to say this space is going to be 5 from the 5 numbers that are remaining after picking the 8, and they are going to be arranged in many ways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They are going to be arranged 5. So this is going to be 5 permutation 5 plus 5 permutation 5, because you have even numbers ending with 6, even numbers ending with 8. Or you can just say 5 permutation 5 times 2, because you have these two scenarios here. And you can be able to use your calculator to perform permutation. You can see your calculator, we can be able to do that. 5 permutation 5. Yeah, if you work it out, it's going to give you 120. So meaning that this is going to be equals to 120 plus 120, and that is going to be equals to 240. Yeah, 240. Okay, we have another question here. You are given the word Thursday. You see capital letters, Thursday. Thursday. So the question is number of arrangement of 8 letters in any ways. Number of arrangements. Number of arrangements of 8 letters in any way. Any way. Any way means no restriction. Anyways means no restriction. So if there is no restriction in this case, first you have to come and check how many letters do you have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 letters. No restrictions will be 8 permutation 8. 8 letters arranged in any way from the word Thursday. That is going to be 8 factorial over 8 minus 8 factorial. That's going to be 8 factorial over 0 factorial, which is going to be 8 factorial over 1, because we know that 0 factorial is 1. That's what we began by talking about in this particular tutorial. And when you are doing 8 factorial like that, you are going to have 4320. So this is going to translate to 4320. If you work out 8 factorial there, that is exactly what you are going to get as your final answer, 4320. Now, the next one is start the how many arrangement you will have with their conditions now, with restriction. Now with restriction, B with restriction must start with T and end with Y. Must start with T and end with Y. So how many arrangements are you going to have? This is going to be T starting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is the last must be Y. So how many letters after taking T out and taking Y out of that? How many letters are remaining in between here? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 letters. So this one are the different options available. 6 letters that can be able to fit these spaces that we have here. How many spaces are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it will be 6 permutation 6. These letters are fixed. This the first one and the last one. So they are removed out of the equation here. How many options are available? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many different ways are they going to be arranged? That's going to be 6 permutation 6, which is going to be 6 factorial over 6 minus 6 factorial. And that is going to be 6 factorial because this is 1. And if you work out, that is going to be 720 as different ways. In the next tutorial, we are going to look at different ways now. You are going to different ways you can be able to answer these questions based on past paper, and also how do you perform combination, and how do you differentiate? How do you know where to use permutation and where to use combination? Check the link in the description. It's going to take you straight into that particular video so that you can be able to learn more. And if you are new to Proflan YouTube channel, consider subscribing so that anytime I'm going to do more tutorials, you'll be notified. See you in the next tutorial.